Morning, honey.
Morning.
Welcome
To another episode
of Driving to the Res.
with your favorite hosts,
Dora.
Dora,
Larry.
and Inelia. Dora is our cat. I'm not sure if her purrs come through the filters, but yes, she's purring.
She decided she's coming to work today, and PB is fired. Mm-hmm. PB has been fired. Well, she's not actually fired.
No,
she's distracted.
Having her breakfast right now. Yeah. So today's podcast, you can find the second hour in our Subscribe Star channel, where we're going to be exploring this topic further with Adelina and Ilie.
Who I'm sure have 3 wishes.
Yes, because the topic is 3 wishes granted.
Nice.
But one of the things about the second hours is that that's the patron area. It's like you can support our work by going there and subscribing for the second hour. And there's also another tier where you can also get a class per month study group and also access to classes that have been in our vaults and are very precious, very good, and very relevant. So,
Nice.
Granting 3 wishes, honey.
Alrighty.
Shall I read a little bit, or
Yes.
did you want to talk about it just without?
Well, no.
No?
Kind of yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been working on my 3 wishes since
I
read this article and give it a feel over. Yeah. So work on your 3 wishes is all I'm saying. Just start working on it.
Yeah.
And then whatever you think they are right now, we're going to change it.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. All right. This is an exercise designed to break through the fog of disconnection that disempowers an individual from their core energy. Do you want to unpack that a little bit, honey?
Well, I was just like resting into the whole 3 wishes thing. And then you said, what? Say that again.
This is an exercise designed to break through the fog of disconnection that disempowers an individual from their core energy. What does wishes got to do with your core energy?
I thought we were getting 3 wishes. Alrighty. I think you're going to need to read some more.
It is an exercise that I gave my students at walkwithmenow.com and subscribed star/Inelia -Benz a few weeks ago.
Okay, that was a roll off your tongue.
Yes. But you can go to Subscribe Star and look for my name and you'll find it, okay?
Yes.
And part of the benefits of supporting our work is that you get the weekly exercises. And we have like 10 years worth of them. At least in Walk With Me Now, which you can go back and start and do some of those as well. In Subscribe Star, we have several months worth as well. We've got like tons of them. All right. In order to bring maturity, so this exercise is to bring maturity into our exploration of reality co-creation.
I'm still waiting for the wishes.
Okay. So basically, this exercise helps you to put your big girl pants and your big boy pants on and have the life that you want.
Have your wishes granted?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We all have seen the movies.
Oh, I love them.
Read the stories. Read the stories. And seeing the way in which wishes come true can have a detrimental and destructive consequences to our lives.
Yeah, I don't like that part of the movie. There's the other part.
Yeah. And in all these movies, at least the ones that I have watched, the wishes are granted by an external being.
Usually he's not that, he's super powerful, but he's somehow trying to trick you.
These stories give the person's power away to an external deity, jinn, fairy godmother, or you can add the external source here. And they're usually temporary or come with a hefty price. Plus, many of those entities seem to want to trick the person in some way or another, or place very strict rules around the time the wish is granted. So you may have XYZ between the hours of 9 and 12. At 12 midnight, everything goes away, and you better be home, tucked in bed, because, otherwise it's going to be trouble. Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, most of the movies I saw, the wishes were, like, granted literally.
Yes.
But they were totally not what the person really wanted.
Right.
Like, take their words and twist them.
Yes.
And then they trick them and say, you wished for it, now you wish for it away. You just used up 2 wishes, now you only got 1 left. It's like...
Yes. Yeah.
And you have to get the last one just right. We did watch one movie that wasn't so bad, though, remember?
Yes. 1,000
1,000
year
year
something.
something or other. Yeah.
Anyways, for this exercise, however, you are to grant yourself 3 wishes. No tricks, no messing about, no price to pay. Now that you know the rules, what do those wishes look like? Okay, Larry, your turn.
They get very much more small. Like, I wish I had a new pair of socks. And then I go to the store.
Is that the first ones you thought of?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
No, when I was asking a genie? No.
No, what did you
I
ask the
did not
genie?
definitely wish for socks. No.
What did you ask the genie?
Things that I can't get myself.
Like what?
Like, things like a private jet to fly me wherever I wanted with you, so I don't get limited by commercial airlines and things like that. We can go for a flight to, say, those islands that have the lagoons.
Oh, the lagoon.
Yeah,
Houses
so they're
and
way in the middle of the dang ocean.
Yes.
And if we take our boat, we're gonna pretty much take a year
to get there.
travel around the world, which is okay, but it's really not our life. Like, our cats and our dogs don't fit on there.
No, they wouldn't like it. Being in the ocean, I don't think our 7 dogs wouldn't like it, and our 2 cats definitely wouldn't.
We would have to have a pretty dang big boat for them to like it.
I don't think they do.
And we wouldn't even ourselves.
We'd
They
have
like
to put
forest.
grass and
Well, that's what I
forest.
mean.
We'd have to be like big trees on that boat.
They have these giant ships that are like, you live on them for your whole life. It's like you just wake up and it's in a different place once in a while.
And then you take your 7
And you can
dogs
have
for
your
a walk.
dogs there and they have a place to walk them and things like that.
I don't know, but
But no, it's
I mean,
just not
remember when we went on that cruise? They have the dog room where they had plastic grass,
Plastic grass, yeah.
a plastic tree, and a plastic hydrant for the dogs to go potty.
Yeah.
Not like that.
No, they're not going to like that. What they
they're
liked
not
was
gonna like
one wheeling with their dad, and
In
we
the
ripped down the
forest.
forest, and then we stop every few minutes and we pick some blackberries. They love to eat the blackberries out of my hand.
yeah. And the bushes.
When I'm too slow, they just pick them themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing they love. And I like that too.
Yeah.
If I had a wish to grant, I would, that would be one of my granted wishes.
Go down the hill in your one wheel
Go
and
down
pick
the
berries with your
road
dogs.
pick the berries with my dogs. And find a bunny every now and then. You know the best part about finding bunnies?
They run away.
They go right in their hole and the dogs can't get them, so there's no
Blood
trauma
everywhere.
involved in the process. But
No human trauma.
there's no traumatic event. But there is find, chase, and we got something finally. Something. It was here. Now can we go home and have dinner?
Yes.
Yeah, so a private airplane or private transportation of some form that can make these long distances short, so that I could bring you to a lagoon,
In the Pacific
around
Ocean.
an island where we can paddle around and swim in the water and, look at the fish and see the waves over there and then hang out on the beach. Do the tropical island lagoon thing. I read some books back when I was young about experiences
Lagoons?
growing up in lagoons, and it
Wow.
just always
Felt good.
intrigued me. I've been to Mediterranean islands. I've been to the ones below Florida, Cuba and
Cuba.
Caribbean and things like that.
Little islands. Cuba's not a little island or a lagoon.
Well,
You might have
that
some
area,
around
there
there,
are some little islands around those places.
Yeah.
And I've been to, Hawaii and California, the Channel Islands and things like this. But I haven't been to one of those like Fiji or Tahiti or one of those where they have the little
Lagoons and-
lagoon and they have the little cabin sitting in the water and, the dugout canoes. And I mean, that's kind of a wish that I would wish from a genie, because I really can't be that bothered to generate all the accoutrements to care for and hire pilots and all that stuff for a jet and learn how to fly it and everything. I just want it without all the work.
And that's a key
And I really only
aspect,
just want to
isn't
use it. Only one time, maybe two.
it? Yeah. So that's interesting because you said, I want it without all the work, right?
Yes.
I want it without the work.
I just want it. Give me a private jet with a pilot and all the fuel money and unlimited fuel and things like that.
Yeah.
And somebody sitting around taking care of it who loves it so much, then I don't have to worry about it and I can take care of it. Because that's one of the other things, is one of my other wishes, which I've been trying to grant myself, but I haven't had a great deal of success at yet.
What?
I wish that I could wake up in the morning and not worry about my boats. Always
Ding,
ding, ding, ding, ding,
ding,
There's like the more boats in the water, the more worries in my head. And the boats that aren't in the water also have worries in my head.
Oh my
The
God.
only boat that I managed to grant my wish about is the one that was with my daughter.
Yes.
It used to be every morning, remember?
Yeah.
Well, that was a big one. Now that one's... I haven't thought about that boat for months.
Yeah, because he sold it.
Well, yeah, somebody else taking care of it. I don't get the benefit of it, nor the worry of it.
Yeah.
So that would be my second wish, is to manage that worry about boats. And that's one that I can do, right? And,
How would you grant that wish?
well, have it as attention, not attention of worry about the boats, but attention of how would I relieve this worry of the boats?
So,
Alter my attention.
so how would you relieve that tension?
Well, first of all, is being aware that that's a tension I want to relieve instead of a tension I want to wake up with every day.
So you realize first, you see it clearly.
Right.
And then what actions would you take to get
Well,
that granted?
the tensions and things are mostly like fears. Fear it'll sink, fear it'll this, fear it'll that, fear it'll rot, fear of waste of money, fear of bills, fear of this. Process the fear around those boats.
Okay, and what do you think that processing the fear around the boats will result in?
Well, probably, most certainly reduced fear around it, which can probably make solutions more visible instead of solutions that prolong the fears, solutions that aren't related to the fears. Right?
Okay,
That's the kind of way I think about it.
all right. Okay. Okay, so for this exercise, you're going
I
to...
still got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Too long for you?
Well, it's a long pause. I thought you were done.
I was done with my second.
Okay. Give me your third wish.
So I want a perfect house on the res land that I can see the water and hear the ocean, and have a yard that the dogs can run in.
Okay.
Because both of our houses are like at both ends of this road, the one right now and the one we don't have yet. And they're kind of connected by a road. And one of my wishes would be to wake up in the morning and have us and all of our dogs go down the forest road all the way to our other house, and then into our other house.
Yeah.
So then they spend the night there, and then in the morning we wake up the next day and
Bring
go
them
for an
all
adventure all the way back. Yeah, that could be kind of cool.
You'll need some sort of trolley to carry Lucy, because she's got 3 legs and she's got a broken hip and all the other things.
Right, she'll stay.
She'll stay in one of them?
Yep. She'll go for a car ride to the other one. She loves going for a car ride.
She does.
But she only loves walking, barely to the blackberry bushes and back.
Yeah,
That's about how far she likes. She loves hanging out in the bushes.
she does.
But she does love going for rides.
She does.
So, you see the dreams. Those are reasonable wishes that they can be accomplished, and they're doable and manageable. And if I had to decide for the first one, of course,
Right.
the private jet that flies us to where we need to go.
So you mixed them a little bit, didn't you? Because you mixed the ones from the genie would give you.
Well, I was fine with the genie making the house on the other end and making the road open and then doing that. I don't
Oh,
mind
you
if it
were?
does, yeah.
Okay.
Because figuring out the perfect ideal house is so much work. I want now, and I want tall, and the now and the tall ones don't match. You can't drive the tall one in, because the tall ones don't come on a trailer.
We saw one like that the other day, though.
Not 3 stories.
Oh, that one. The one that Ileana created for us, right?
Yeah,
Designed.
that one.
The architecture plans.
Yes.
Yes, it's a beautiful home. That one's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes. Okay.
I would actually like that one here.
Well, I don't mind if we have 2. If I had the genie, I could get 2 of them done.
This could be part where we live. We could be part of that magical home. Just expand that way. Up. See?
Possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
It could,
Could be.
Yeah. Because I like it here.
I do like
We
it at
could
the
have
top
one
of the
here.
hill. Well, I
And we
like
could
that
have
one, both of
that
them.
one, yeah, in both places. That house in both places, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. All right.
Give me 5.
Yeah.
That's 3,000 wishes in one.
All right.
All right.
Often I play this game with others, Okay, so hold on. Let me read. I don't know if I read this or repeating it or what. For this exercise, however, you're going to grant yourself 3 wishes. No trick, no messing about, no price to pay. Now that you know the rules, what will those wishes look like? Okay. So, did you want to... I don't remember now where we were, but...
Well, when it was me granting my wishes, I ordered socks, right?
Oh, that's right, yeah. So,
When it was Jeannie granting the wishes, it was a jet that flies us to a tropical island with a lagoon.
Yeah.
And 2
beautiful homes.
what are they called? Practical magic homes that we designed ourselves with our architect.
Yeah, 2 of those.
2 of those, 1 here, 1 there, and
1 at Fossil Beach, maybe 3.
I don't want one of those at Fossil Beach.
No, I do it
One
over the
different
hill.
something at Fossil Beach.
Oh, okay.
But either way, 3 of them, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one was the boats.
Oh, the worry of the boats. Right. That was basically staff to take care of my worry.
Yes. Lots of staff.
Lots of staff that would take care of
All your boats.
Boats that I like to have, but I don't really like.
To take care of.
Well.
It's true.
It's true.
All right. Often when I play this game with others, the wishes go something like this, which is pretty good with your examples, right? I want $1 billion, a beautiful spouse, and a massive mansion. Alternatively, some say things such as world peace, no more sickness in the world, and world enlightenment.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I say, okay, grant yourself those wishes.
I got to do my wishes over, huh?
And the person looks at it me in puzzlement. You see, they inherently know that they cannot do it because, and then you can add all the reasons there, right?
Well, there's a lot of reasons I can't get will grant my wish for world peace.
Yes. How can you grant yourself the wish of world peace?
It's impossible.
Right. Why?
Well, there's a million reasons.
Well, you're divine
Most of them are
being.
people.
There's a million reasons of people.
They got to agree to wanting that, I guess.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, indeed. I have an indeed kitty cat over here. All right. So there's lots of reasons, right? The reasons that why you cannot
Why you
grant
can't
yourself,
grant yourself that wish.
those wishes.
So that's why we need a genie for it.
Yeah. So you had a lot of reasons why you can't grant yourself a private jet that takes you to those islands.
Right. I just know my own limitations, and
Yeah, you do have lots of reasons why you
have a
can't
lot
have
of
lots of
reasons.
staff looking after all your boats.
it's like,
And you have lots of reasons why you can't have 3 magical houses in different locations.
plenty of them.
They unconsciously thought some other entity was granting those wishes. It could be God, the universe, divine consciousness, Gaia, the high-frequency human collective, Inelia, Benz, yeah, me. Or some other being they think is more powerful than them.
I was thinking the atoms of the planet of the universe. Just
The atoms
talking
of
them
the
into
universe?
it.
Atoms?
Yeah. Atoms.
Atoms?
Yeah, just the universal.
Atoms?
All the soup that
Atom.
all of that is atoms.
Adam?
Atom.
Atom.
Just-
The atoms of the universe.
Yes. Not Adam and Eve. Not that Adam.
Atoms. Oh, maybe that's where Adam and Eve come from. Atoms. And Eves. Okay, the atoms is not going to give you those things, eh?
No, they're not.
Mostly the reason that the wishes are so grand is that if the person was to give their power away, is that, in other words, expect some other entity to give them the wishes. These grand things are possible and unlimited. But if they were to grant their wishes themselves, then the outcomes become limited and those grand things become impossible. Interesting, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And this is the dynamic I want you to come to terms with. Above, the first list has been achieved by countless of people around the world. They do have
Billions of dollars, a giant house,
and a beautiful spouse, right? They do have those.
Those are attainables.
Yeah. So we could very well say it is possible for you to achieve them.
Yeah.
The second list is so self-absorbed that no one has achieved it.
Self-absorbed world peace.
Yeah. Why is the second list a self-absorbed one? It seems so altruistic and selfless, right? You're not wishing for $1 billion.
I don't
You're
want
wishing for world
$1 billion. I want
peace.
everybody else to be getting along.
It is self-absorbed because it demands that the entire planet of people change their own free will and personal choices in order to fit into one person's wish list. Not only impossible due to the free will law we have in this universe, but also limited in scope and vision.
Sounds good until you actually scratch at it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of those.
There's a lot of those, yeah.
They're like helping everybody by forcing them.
Yeah. Let's go back to the first list. The one where the person wants to have billions of dollars, a beautiful spouse, and a massive mansion.
Okay.
Because that's doable. It's been done by tons and tons of people on Earth.
Remember, we're driving around and I say, honey, look, we just passed like 1,000 houses. Every one of them was somebody's dream house.
Yeah, and they're
Totally
gorgeous.
their yard and their fence and
So
their car and their pavement and their grass and their plants and the light on the front and the way the numbers are and the color and the roof and then the new roof and then
They're
just
beautiful houses.
thousands and thousands and thousands
Massive.
of the dream house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This list is based not so much in reality, but countless movies and stories the person grew up with. This is the ultimate win as a person in a Western country looks like. It is no less impossible than the second list, and made out of a sense of, if I could grant myself 3 wishes, these would be them, rather than I am granting myself 3 wishes. Oh, you mean I should grant myself 3 wishes that I can actually achieve, the person will eventually realize. Yes. I want to raise a race at work, to dissolve my programs around not being worthy of a beautiful spouse, and find a perfect 3-bedroom home in the mountains. So you already shifted and moved, right?
Yeah, moved into the spectrum of real.
Yeah. Okay, grant yourself those 3 wishes, I say.
Okay.
Okay, I'll work on those. Just do it. Grant them, I say. But. Right? And a further lengthy conversation ensues as to why they cannot grant themselves the 3 wishes they decided upon, until eventually they get to the point of realizations that wishes have to fit within a time frame and storyline that is believable to them and their co-creators. When that happens, their programs of limitation make sense and can be kept or released at will. Have I seen people create their ultimate wishes come true? Yes, but I haven't yet seen someone instantly grant themselves 3 wishes that very second. These things need to be orchestrated with their co-creators, the universe, for at least a few minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right. I mean, even in what would on the surface seem an impossible wish, it could still come true within a day or 2.
Yeah. Like what?
Like,
Can you tell me an
remember,
example?
I wished for a better car to drive to Mount Shasta to meet the Lemurians.
Oh, yeah, that was before
Right.
we got together, right?
That was before we got together.
Yeah. Tell that story.
So I was
wish.
driving one of my wishes, which is my Corvette that nobody else could drive, which kind of went a little bit sideways because my co-creators in that wish were opposed to that wish.
Yes.
And so for my wish to be true and their wish to be true, when they merged together, my car would break if they borrowed it.
Yes. Yeah.
So I got my wish and they got their wish.
They could drive it.
They could drive it whenever they wanted, but they
wanted.
broke it whenever they drove it.
Yes.
And I got a car that it could be just mine, but it was just mine because it was broken. Nobody else would drive it. Right. So, I mean, that worked.
That worked
It
because...
was very unsatisfying, that wish, but it did teach me something.
What did it teach you? Can you tell us?
Be careful who you're co-creating with.
Yes,
right? That
yes.
all of these wishes combined together with your co-creators to become whatever it is that it is. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're focused, I mean, most of us go through the day and we pretend of this or that we want, but we basically just sort of like get pushed around by other people into doing whatever it is they want us to do because they're our boss or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then when we decide to work, stand up for ourselves or make what our desires are known, we're still limiting ourselves by who we're co-creating with.
Mm-hmm. And then you're called selfish and self-centered
All these
and all
things,
the things, right?
right. So I exited from that co-creative group, and I entered into a different one, different limitations, but more open to magic.
Okay.
And manifesting and wishes, really, and wishes. And so that person and I, driving around in my dream car, realized this dream car is no dream for a long road trip.
Yeah, they're noisy.
Noisy, no room for luggage, no room for friends.
No.
Can't bring in animals. It uses a lot of gas. It's hot. And it's not exactly what I would say is reliable. You need a tool bag to go with you everywhere you go, just in case the inevitable happens.
Yeah.
Right. And so we said, well, what we wish for is a bigger car, one that'll hold all of us and all of our friends. And
You want it free?
we want it because, I mean, we're magic.
Yeah.
How about free?
Yeah, how about free? Yeah. Free
Yeah.
works.
We'll just do it for free.
Yeah.
Okay, we said. So then we did our little bit of manifestation work at the time. Mostly it was a daydream. It was a functional dream, right? We're functionally focused on what it was we wanted and then put it out to universe, God, whatever.
Oh, you give it away?
We release the attachment to the specifics of it. Because the other person's specifics, they wanted a BMW.
Okay.
And my specifics were comfortable and large, and
Reliable.
those things mean things to me, and the other things that must meant something to her. But at the end of the day, we had released it has to be a BMW or anything. It just needs to be larger and comfortable. And because we were doing magic, we wanted it to be free, so it would demonstrate that it's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next day, what did we do?
What did you do?
We went to look for it, of course. By looking for it, we used the resonance dissonance exercise, which was, is this it? Within moments, and we went to car dealerships and we went to whatever you call that list, Craigslist and things, and nothing really showed up on a Craigslist that was interesting. Then when we were driving around, I saw a car that would fit the bill, and we stopped and we looked at it, and within about, I don't know, 5 minutes, even though you're at a car dealer, it was clear that was not the one. And so we had a feelings of disappointment. It's like, wonder why the magic ain't happening. It's like, well, it's not over. Keep your eyes open. We drove another block or two, and there on the side of the road was another one. Another car that fit the bill perfectly. It was a blue Suburban. It wasn't very old. It wasn't very expensive, but it was very nice and comfortable looking. So we went and took it for a test drive. And while we were test driving it, a nurse pulled out right in our lane and bashed into the side of the car. I have test driven a lot, so I've never been in an accident. But I got in an accident. I'm like, that's impossible. It was a little bit surprising.
Yeah, but that's drug accident. Yeah.
Fortunately, the nurse lady didn't get hurt. She had insurance. She's like, I was looking at the other lane, didn't even see you, even though you're a giant blue car. So it's like, okay, no harm, no foul. We took the car back, and the dealer guy said, you don't want the car now, do you? I said, well, I still like the car, and it's fine. It's just scratched, but I don't want to pay the same amount for it. So they went to the back room, and they came out, and he said, guess what? He said, how about you take the car, pay me how much I want for it. I'll sign the insurance over to you. I know what's going to happen already. They're going to total it, and that will equal the amount that you paid for it. So it'll be free. How's that? I said,
Okay.
yep, that sounds just right.
But it took some time because you had to give
took
them the
a
money.
day. It took a little bit of looking. It took a little bit of doing. It took a little bit of certainty, belief, and going. It wasn't just like I sat on the side inside the house and I said, okay, where's my free car?
Right.
I did have to
actions and that.
have
Plus,
actions.
you paid for it and then you got the money back, right?
I did. Yes, I did.
So it wasn't like instantly free, but it was free.
It was totally free, but
If you
it
were
wasn't instantly
ready to
free.
invest in it, in that co-creation, right?
Well, yeah, because it was an answer to my request in a way that could be delivered.
Exactly.
And so it would be up to
Way
me to
that
say
could be
no to
delivered.
it. It's like, no,
Right.
that's not good enough. I want it free
No.
all the way.
Yeah.
No. My conditions were met magically in my
Yes,
mind
yes.
with the way that the human collective could orchestrate it in a way that's believable and doable.
And fast, right? A day. Yeah.
A day. It was the next day.
Yeah.
And that Suburban got known as the Ferry Mobile.
Yes.
It was run by crystals. It had a huge center console filled to the top with crystals and essential oils. And oh my God, it was filled up with, well, what I
Fairies?
thought were fairies at the time, but some of them weren't exactly fairies, okay?
Yeah, they weren't.
Some of them, okay, most of them weren't.
Leeches. They're not demonic leeches.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but, you know,
I remember you brought them over to where I live.
Yes, I remember.
And I said to you, why would you think that you can bring these people to my home? I have a child. I have a child.
Well, I didn't bring it to your home. To be clear,
you asked.
We're at
You
the
asked.
restaurant.
You
We're at a
asked.
restaurant. You
You
agreed to
asked.
meet everyone at the restaurant.
Yes.
And we ate.
And you
then I
asked.
said, can they come over? And he's like, why would you?
Who would you ask that? I have a
I have a
child.
child. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought you went, he was sleeping or something.
No, he wasn't. It was like, I have a wonderful little being in my house. Why would you bring these demons there?
She didn't say that part.
But that's what I thought you understood and what I was expressing, right?
Yeah.
But you're a light being, so you couldn't see.
couldn't hear it.
You couldn't hear or see them at all. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yes.
But that's also interesting thing to look at, because it's like the people that you brought into the ferrymobile were not really high frequency people, right?
No, not really.
I think the
No.
woman that you manifested it with, she was okay, wasn't she?
Oh, she was a victim.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part. Yeah,
So when the thing was,
I forgot.
yeah, well, the thing was is that when you have a ferrymobile and the doors are open, anybody who wants to come, jump on in, then it's like being in New York City and the door's wide open. Who wants to go for a ride?
Yeah,
It just didn't have very good boundaries.
you didn't.
Didn't have any
Street smarts.
street smarts.
Yeah.
And
Plus, it was your normal. You lived with leeches and negative people. It was your normal. That's like, this is what the world functioned like, right? And these were like a little bit better because they have essential oils and crystals.
they were a lot better because they had essential oil and crystals, and they talked about things that I was interested in.
Like manifestation.
Yeah. And they did magic together. Mm-hmm. I mean, those were real magical experiences.
Yeah.
It's just that at a point, as your awareness expands to see what's going on, I found at least that, oh, this is a power over the structure, and I don't want to be in a power over the structure. Oh, this is a victim thing. I don't want to be in a victim thing. And so as I became aware, I canceled them.
Yeah. What happened to the ferrymobile? Say it.
That's when I did my divorce.
Yeah.
My ex-wife took it. Yes.
Because
She needed a car for all the kids. Like, I didn't need a car for the kids.
I guess.
Yeah. So she got that one and
And the BMW
yeah.
and
all of them except for one, the red one that you followed.
yeah.
So that's okay.
Yes. Okay,
And that,
then.
for some reason, that car, which should last forever and ever and ever, it didn't last very long. She managed to break it. Which, I suppose, is what happens with magic vehicles when the magic's gone from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I didn't have one problem with it.
No.
We went a lot of places.
Yeah.
But I think she didn't put enough crystals in there.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that point was that was a wish that I granted myself, and I picked different co-creators, and it came out. It came out fine. We had 2 or 3, maybe 4 years of magic rides in the ferrymobile.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Let me just read this part again. And
Okay.
a further lengthy conversation ensues as to why they cannot grant themselves the 3 wishes they decided upon. Until eventually, they get to the point of realization that wishes have to fit within a time frame and storyline that is believable to them and their co-creators. When that happens, their programs of limitations make sense and can be kept or released at will. Have I seen people create their ultimate wishes come true? Yes, but I haven't seen someone instantly grant themselves 3 wishes that very second These things need to be orchestrated with their co-creators, the universe, for at least a few minutes.
Or a day.
Or a day. Yeah.
Depends on how grandiose we're talking.
Yeah. Or a year.
It could take a year.
The aim of this exercise is to step further into what you came here to do, experience and create, rather than spending your life expecting others to give you stuff and grant you wishes. That is why you're reading this, because you're ready to grant your wishes.
Mm.
When we remove the external deity, we are left with ourselves, good counsel, and magnificent allies. Run your ideas with at least 5 people you choose that you can trust to support your highest frequency life. Organize a study group, run through the items, and get co-creating. I expect to see lots of stepping into adulthood around here. What does that say to you?
Grow up.
Already, okay? But at the same time, it's exciting. I mean, you and me both left home at 17. We couldn't wait to grow up. We couldn't wait to just be the rulers of our own life and live in the place that we wanted and with the people that we wanted and all those things, right?
With our own rules.
We didn't do very well. I have to say that in both our history, we stepped right into abusive relationships and things. And like disempowering co-creations of work and life and whatever for a while.
We may not have made the best choices.
Right.
Running into the world, but we definitely ran into it. We're like,
we did run into it.
Doors open, I'm outie.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
And like, that's okay for kids. I mean, we were 17 when we left home, right? We created these lives. And that's understandable when we didn't have the knowledge, the wisdom, the tools, or the experience to make choices.
Teachers.
Or the teachers, yeah. They didn't teach that at school.
Podcast didn't exist. They didn't have podcasts.
No, they didn't even exist.
They had talk radio, and they'd talk about
weird things,
which were cool.
Yeah. So now you do. Now you're a grown up, and I don't care if you're 18 or 97. You can do this. You have this information. You've listened to this podcast all the way to the end.
Good job.
And now you can listen to the second hour and go further into depth. I mean, this is a topic that we could talk about and explore for hours.
For years.
Right? Or years.
We could have workshops on granting your 3 wishes. We could have articles.
Yes.
We could have trainings. We could have et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So go to subscribestar.com.
Okay.
And search for Inelia Benz. Get the second hour.
I wish you would.
So you're wishing for somebody external to do it, huh?
No, I wish they would go there.
Okay.
To Subscribestar. Okay. I wish they would.
Are you going to grant that wish? Are you going to violate people's free will?
I just wish they would. They got to grant it themselves.
Yes, exactly. So we'll see you there.
Okay.
In a few seconds.
Love you.
You too.